Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first. Now a carry for the former. The extra yards to the 43. Just on second down, Dobbs goes underneath for Bell. And they're well past midfield. First quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Dobbs. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And this one is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry for the 2nd-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Dobbs is throwing. Forced out to his left. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Dobbs out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Ohio!
Back to throw, Dobbs. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38.
Show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dobbs to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Dobbs now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Dobbs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The speedy safety Marcus Allen made the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. With it is Brown. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Dobbs throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, Be aware, ball may come your way.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A handoff to Mixon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On the screen, Bernard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, that is much too long. That's offense now. They head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Dobbs now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On 1st and 10, Dobbs throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bell. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Chris Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting a quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those sudden moves or those little subtle moves, they get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Fighting through. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there, but you're exactly right. The game's kind of... And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First and 10 for Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Go, on the ball! On the ball!
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Let's go!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Dobbs. Boy, stays up. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Andrew Billings busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Come on, let's go. Man 38.
Now Dobbs. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on, let's go.
Now Dobbs. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Come on, let's go. Man 38. Man 38.
Dobbs is throwing. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Geno Atkins able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Man 38. Man 38.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Ohio. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Out of the gun, Dobbs dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think? And
those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He completes it to Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the pitch goes to Mixon. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dome. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're
saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it. Got rid of it. No one got it. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw Dobbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Dobbs now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw, being chased out left. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! 38!
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Dobbs. He's got his man on the crossing route. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
Here we go! What?
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Flex round! Flex round!
first and 10. Dobbs. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing here, Dobbs. Forced out to his left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6. And 4 for 8. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Let's go!
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Again, it's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now the Bengals on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Ooh, the juke. And now running right through it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Andy Dalton now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.